All right, what's up, YouTube? I just wanted to kind of weigh in on this thing about Maximilian leaving for a bit because I saw that he posted this video, but I figured he was just going away because he was like, I'm just going to take a break. I need some time to myself, and I'm not going to really be doing anything. Need to spend some time with the family or whatever. That's what I thought it was about, so I didn't even click the video, right? But I was watching Button Check, and he was covering it, and he went into it, and I started hearing what Maximilian was saying about why he was leaving. So I figured I wanted to do a full reaction to it, because part of it sounds like that he wants to. I'm assuming that he was going to enter Evo for like City of the Wolves or something, and he wants to focus on just playing the game, playing ranked, playing people, and is like getting into the game, but doesn't really want to do that every single day on stream. So we'll listen to what he has to say about it, and then I'll weigh in on that, because that is something that is I kind of wanted to talk about. And you know, I'm not some super huge YouTuber or anything like that, but I do have my opinion about what he's saying he wants to do.
We got Maximilian, dude, just announcing like a couple of hours ago that he's going to be leaving. And okay, you're probably like, what the hell? Either way, we'll unpack that. Without further ado, let's get these buttons. Let's go.
I noticed back in the mid-2010s, as I was saying earlier, that when I hyper-focus one game, it's great for me, but it was not great for the overall, I would say, quality of the channel, much less quality of streaming. People, and I won't say this is probably because I made my audience this way, because I also enjoyed this. My audience enjoyed variety. Didn't like seeing the exact same fighting game. I noticed my audience liked seeing things that were unexpected. When you just log into ranked every day and ranked is the goal and the one thing is the goal, everyone's just ready. Everyone just knows exactly what we're getting into. There's no reason to tune in for that, because I've seen that before, right? You were doing that the other day, and you're doing very good. You know, it's like, oh, that's great. You're doing very good. But ultimately speaking, when I tune into other streams and I see a streamer playing not their usual jam, they're playing something weird, I go, whoa, they're playing something weird. Why is Max playing Donkey Kong Country? You know, why is Max playing Mario 64? All this kind of stuff. That has always been the thing that pulls me in, where I'm like, oh, what the heck is that? Am I becoming a Mario 64, a Donkey Kong? No, I'm not. But all I'm saying, I can't eat the same meal every single day, dude. And I got to jump in and try something different every once in a while. I actually significantly enjoy doing Rate the Super on weird anime games that I would never do. Why did that seem appealing to do Rate the Super on Naruto and
I have
JoJo
things
and
to say about all these
Demon
things.
Hunter and all this kind of stuff? What was it called? I can't even remember. But it was neat because I realized I have no clue what I'm about to expect, what I'm about to see. I don't even know, dude. So with that being said, I knew that could actually make for interesting content that I'm not aware of this stuff.
Too.
I know it exists, but what's about to hit me in the face is going to be something, Demon Slayer, thank you, is going to be genuinely different. It's going to be something that I am unexpecting. Is it going to hit for me? Is it not going to hit for me? I like to leave myself in a spot of like discovery. And I have found that my audience loves it when I discover stuff, when I leave myself open to new things. And sometimes I'm just not, man. Like sometimes I'm just wanting to.
Okay, so he's talking about this a lot, right? Let me pick apart this first part, right? So he said that he basically doesn't want to sit there and play ranked every day because his audience doesn't like that. That's valid that his audience doesn't like that. But his audience is so large, right? Because like, if you look at some other people's audiences, like some other streamers, like bigger streamers than him, and people that have bigger YouTube channels than him, it's like, but he's still at 1 million plus or 2 million something subscribers. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And like his viewership is probably like above 2,000 per stream. Like on average, he probably averages like 2,000 plus people, right? While he's streaming something. And even if he does not play something new and variety all the time, doesn't know what he's getting into, he probably would still have 1,000 plus people watching him, right? He's not the type, he's so much bigger than I feel like he realizes that he can do pretty much whatever he wants because he's consistent, right? He's very consistent with what he does. So going away to just play one game is not going to, or excuse me, if he were to stay and stream one game, it's not going to hurt his channel. I know I'm not a big YouTuber and I'm not like a big streamer. I don't have thousands of people watching me every day, but it's not going to kill his channel. He's in a success position where he can't really fail. Like, he would have to do some wild shit and to fail at this point. Like, after you're past a certain point, you don't have to really worry about that. If he put out a similar video to this and a similar video to this and like maybe a community note on his channel that says like, okay, from this day to this day, I'm going to be playing pretty much nothing but City of the Wolves because I want to get ready for Evo, if that's what this is about, right? If that's what this is about, like, I want to get ready for Evo and I need to hyper focus on one game and get as good as I can so that I can do as well as I can for this tournament because I want to do better and I enjoy this game. So if he were to put something out like that and tell people, his community would be there for it. I guarantee it. There's so many people that are there for specifically him, not for the game, but for specifically him. That's why Variety works so well for him, because nobody cares. I'm not going to say nobody cares about the game, but not a lot of people are caring about necessarily what game he's playing. They care that he's playing it. So the people that would be interested in him looking at or playing some random different game would still probably be there for him to play City of the Wolves. And then there are people that would probably watch him even more for that period of time because they want to see him progress as he's getting better and learning stuff with City of the Wolves, especially if he's playing a character that he wants to play. Like, he's playing Terry and other people are playing Terry and they want to see what he's doing and how he's progressing in the game and how he's progressing in ranked, right? So, like, there would be people that would be there for that, especially if he's doing it every single day. There would be the people that would be there every day for that. It would not kill his channel. It wouldn't be like, oh, he went from averaging 2,000, viewers down to averaging like 200 viewers or under 500 viewers or something like that because, oh, he's just playing the same game. We want to see him play something different. It wouldn't be like that. Like, things are always going to fluctuate. And I watch a lot of I don't consistently watch a lot of streams, but like, I watch him sometimes, I watch some other people sometimes, but most of the time I don't really have a whole lot of time to be watching other people's streams because I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to get my stream together. I'm trying to, be consistent for me after I get off of work and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't even know how to get to the point that he is, but I keep gaining subscribers on YouTube, drip by drip. So as long as that happens, I'm cool with that, and that's what keeps me consistently posting things. And I look to him as kind of like an inspiration or like a role model in the streaming like space where that somebody that I want to be like, where I can at some point play the things that I want to play and people will be there for me. And I believe I can. I truly do believe I can, but I don't know the steps that I need to take as a solo person who's streaming, right? Like, I'm doing this by myself. I don't really stream with anybody because I don't know who to stream with. Most of my friends are not streamers, right? They're not. Some of them do stream, but they're not really, because some of them are new to streaming, stuff like that. So it's not like we both are after the same thing. I don't have any people that I've networked with that like I jive with that I can like join up and stream with. I haven't met anybody. And I don't feel like I'm large enough to get with some of the people that I think I would jive with as like larger streamers because they're larger. So of course, at first they're going to just be like, oh, this guy, unless they really find me, cool people, I'm not going to be like, hit them up and be like, yeah, man, we should do some collabs, because I'm like, what, 1,400 and something subscribers. And then you got people that are tens of thousands, 20,000s, above hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Like, everybody is looking for a way in, right? So I'm just like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and keep pushing, right? And now it's just like, I feel like he doesn't have to go away. Like he doesn't have to go away from it. Like if he wants to, that he could do that. I mean, that's his choice, you know. I'm not saying that he's wrong, but like I don't think that he needs to the way he think he needs to, at least from the way he's talking, because it's like people will be there for it, bro. Like people they're like people watch Max because he's Max. They don't watch him because he's so sick at every single game that he plays. They watch him because he's entertaining. My wife watches Max for Resident Evil stuff. Resident Evil stuff doesn't even show up on my timeline or show up in my recommended from him. Only stuff that is relevant to me, which is why I kind of look at him as like, I can do this. I can do stuff the way I want to do it, because he was kind of lucky to do it early. And most of the other people look at their channel and they're like, I can only do this one thing. Max is like, I can do anything. I can do whatever I want. He could post whatever he wants. He could post any games he wants and he can do it. And the thing about him saying that he can do rate the super for things that he would never pick up or he would never do is because people are there for him. So there are people in his chat and people that watch him every day that play games that he does not care about, right? Like that he does not jive with, that he does not even look in their direction. So like once he plays a game that he's never would play, like if Max were to go, I'm gonna try playing League of Legends tomorrow, which that wouldn't happen. I wouldn't wish that on Maximilian. He can stay as far away from League of Legends as he wants. But if he were like to say, oh, I'm gonna try League of Legends for a week and see what's up with League of Legends, do you know how many people will be watching him just playing League of Legends to see how it goes? And the crazy part about doing stuff like that is that it's like you have held off on playing some game, right? Asmongold does the same thing. He holds off on playing some game. He says that he would never play these games. He repeats it all the time, and they actively avoid all these games. But then every time, if they decide, you know what, I'm gonna play it. He did it. Asmongold did it with Final Fantasy 15, right? The online one, right? Or no, excuse me, 14, Final Fantasy 14, the online one. 15 was the single player drone Noctis, I believe, right? Yeah, 16 is the newer one. 14 was the online one. So anyway, Asmongold was like, I'll never play that. I don't want to play the game with furry eared girl characters or whatever. I'm not going to play that, blah, 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 blah. He played it. His viewership skyrocketed while he was playing Final Fantasy 14. And he's a World of Warcraft person. So like when he's playing World of Warcraft, when he's doing anything else, tons of people. Right, tons and tons of people watch. But when he went to go play Final Fantasy 14, I'm sure that there were people that were like, man, I'm not watching this game. I'm not watching him until he stops playing this game. Why are you still playing this garbage game? I guarantee you there are people in his chat doing that, right? But then his viewership skyrockets because they're like, oh, snap, Asmongold is playing Final Fantasy. So all these new people that never watched him before, that were like, oh, he's playing this now. He's playing something that I like, right? So not saying that was the same thing would happen for Max with City of the Wolves or whatever fighting game he's getting ready to hyper focus on. But like there would be the people that would be there more often for it than people that would leave because he's doing it. So like in the 2010s, it's 2025, bro. Like you probably didn't have as many people watching your stream in the 2010, maybe he did. I don't really remember his numbers, but maybe he did. But like he is legit. I don't want to say too successful to fail, but like at this point, that's what it kind of feels like. He doesn't have to worry about the quality of his channel as long as he's playing things that he enjoys. That's all he got to worry about. He don't have to be like, oh, I can't stream this every day. But it's like, you're getting ready to play it every day because you want to play it and you want to get better. So to have people watch you do that, that's what people want. For us smaller streamers, we don't have the choice, right? We don't necessarily have the choice to do that. When I was streaming Valorant, I streamed Valorant every day that I streamed and posted nothing but Valorant content. And eventually but that was like during COVID. And eventually I got a ton of people to watch every single day. People would come all the time, every day. and tons of people were watching my TikToks and shorts and stuff, or not my shorts, but TikToks, right? And it was great. And then like eventually I started to get tired of playing Valorant because it wasn't the game, it was the people. It was the people in my matches that I just was like, I kind of need to take a break from these dudes, right? And it's like, I played some other stuff. I played Overwatch 2 when it came out, and I still had the same viewership. I played, then I went and played Fortnite a bit because Overwatch 2 was doing me dirty. So I started playing Fortnite a bit. I still had the same viewership, right? Especially when I stopped to do like the DBZ thing and some other stuff, right? And eventually, like, things trailed off. And then when I played newer, different things, I would get new people here and there, especially like Street Fighter. Street Fighter came out. I was like, I kept plugging that I was going to be playing Street Fighter. I had a bunch of people watching me play Street Fighter. When Tekken 8 came out, there were a bunch of new people that came in for that. And I played Tekken 8 a ton for the first 2 or 3 months straight. Nothing but playing that game. And I don't even think I think I streamed 5 days a week instead of 3 days a week for 2 months. And because I wanted to get better at the game and learn the game and start off Tekken 8 strong. So that's what I did. And I had a bunch of people that came every day, all the time, watching my TikToks. And then, you know, some of them porting over to my Twitch and stuff like that. So it was good. It was good. It's just that we don't, as smaller streamers, I like variety too. And I like playing different things. But I I got to keep it tight because, like, I feel like I don't want to waste, I can't even say that they're good ideas, right? Like, if I have like a random idea or a random thing that I want to like do, or I see him do like rate the supers, I'm not gonna do a rate the supers, but like say I want to like rate the costumes of some you know game or whatever, because I think all the costumes are really cool. I want to do a tier list, right? I could do that, but like, is it gonna hit? Like, I don't know. With the stuff that he does with rate the super, he knows it's gonna hit. You already got an audience that is ready to accept a lot of that stuff. So it's going to hit. It may not hit as hard as you want it to, but for somebody like, it's going to hit. Like, all you got to just do it. You just put it out. That's all you got to do. Just make the video, just put it out. But now you can do rate the supers on all random different stuff, because you don't have to play the game. You don't have to get good at the game to play rate the supers. You just got to go in and like, oh, these supers look cool. I want to rate the supers for all the characters in this game. And you do it on stream. People are there for it on stream. I think he does it on stream. And then you take the video and you stick it on YouTube, and then people on YouTube watch it. So you get double whammy from that. You know it's going to get seen. My stuff, when I post it, I don't know if it's going to get seen. When I get triple digits on one of my videos, that's great for me. That's amazing for me. One of the videos I posted for Mecha Break, it's at like 800, 900 views right now. It's about to hit 1,000. That's like hitting a million views for me. Okay, that's like hitting 1 million views when something hits 1,000, especially when it's been going on for days and it's like consistently accumulating views. I'm like, oh damn, this joint is going crazy. It's at 1,000 views about to hit, right? So it's just like, I just hate to see it from these larger creators where they think they have to do something a certain way because of their audience, when it's like, your audience is there for you. It's not like you're a single game streamer, because like the variety streamers, they could do whatever they want. They can play Street Fighter for the next couple of days. If you give your audience a reason why you're doing it, and you're not just randomly showing up every day and they're not expecting it, right? So they're expecting variety. But when they show up every day and you're like, you're still playing the same game, and it's like you're playing the same game all the way up until, dude, like, and you don't tell them, if you don't say nothing to them, then of course. But if you tell your audience, hey, I'm going to be training, for the next couple weeks until Evo, I'm going to be training for this game. So I'm going to be playing nothing but this game on stream. So I just want to let you guys know that that's what's about to happen, right? The people that are there to hear that, they're going to be like, cool, all right, that's fine with me. I'll be here for it, but it's going to be the people that's going to be there for it. And then the people that didn't hear you say that come back every couple of days. The people that were there to watch you and they're here to watch you every day, when people are asking like, oh, well, how come he's playing the same game every day? And then the people in the chat will tell the people that don't understand, oh, he's training for Evo, so he's focusing on this game right now so that he can enter for Evo so he can do as well as he can, right? Like, they'll tell your chat will handle the people that don't understand, and then the people that don't understand will either go, oh, okay, cool, and then they'll stay and watch, or they'll go do something else. But just because you're playing variety doesn't mean that everybody is going to be there for the variety. It's just like, all right, well, when just like a thing he said, when he goes to other streamers, oh, they're not playing their regular game. It depends on what they're playing, right? If a streamer is not playing their regular game and they're playing Street Fighter or some fighting game, of course you're gonna sit there and watch. Just like when Tyler One or somebody is playing Street Fighter and you're like, what the hell? And then yeah, you're gonna get sucked in because it's something that you're interested in. If he was playing, like, if he goes, you're not gonna watch Tyler One while he's playing League of Legends, right? But he's playing Street Fighter, yeah, you're gonna hop on. If Tyler One was playing F1 Racer, unless you're interested in F1 racing to the point where you're a fan of F1 racing, you're not gonna stop on Tyler One's channel to watch him play F1 racing just because it's not his normal game. It doesn't happen that way. Somebody not playing their normal game and you getting pulled in by it is because they're playing something that is not normal for them, but is super interesting for you. Especially as somebody who is into fighting games, of course, especially coming and somebody playing it that has nothing to do with fighting games. It's like if you're stopping it on Justin Wong's stream, and he's been playing City of the Wolves all week, and then now he's playing, I don't know, F1 Racer. You're probably not going to stay for F1 Racer for Justin Wong either, right? Because especially if you're not interested in playing it, but then maybe you might stay for a few minutes because it's somebody you know and you personally know him, right? So let's say I don't even know what fighting game players he doesn't personally know. Like let's say I don't know, he stops in on Xiaohai or something like that, and Xiaohai is streaming, and he's like, Xiaohai is playing some other random gacha game or something. He doesn't care about gacha games, so why would he stop and watch him just because he's not playing his normal fighting game? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nuance to that stuff. But like I said, he does not have to go anywhere. Like, he doesn't have to do anything different except tell your audience that what you're getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to train for this game, so I'm going to be focused on this game for the next couple of weeks going into Evo. And then after that, then we got some things planned for after Evo. Blah, 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 right?
To sit in my cave and do my cave-like things, which just involve Marvel vs. Capcom and KI and Third Strike and FF7, all that kind of...
What? That's a whole bunch of different games. I'm thinking you're gonna play one game. If you're really gonna hyper focus on all these fighting, you could still do that.
Stuff, but sometimes like you leave the cave and you go try something different, and people get curious.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I have
to leave myself open to it. Welcome to FF14. Hey man, I tried FF14. I did. I played that game for like a month back 3-4 years ago, something like that. Anyway, all I gotta say is that has been the way that I have avoided Burnout, because I remember specifically disliking Third Strike, my favorite fighting game of all time, right? I remember...
This is the other thing, right? The other thing with having people to watch you on stream. When you know that your audience is there for you, and you're playing a game and you're losing in the game, it's easier to make jokes about it and laugh about it and just like learn from it or whatever. You'll have those couple of people that are in the chat that are just like dickheads or whatever, that are just gonna say random shit or whatever, and like, oh, this guy sucks at this game, or oh, why would you do that, blah blah. You're gonna have those people in chat, right? But like for the most part, you have such a big chat and most of the people are there for you, and then you probably got mods and stuff, so the people that are really like being dickheads, they're just gonna get banned. I used to have mods in my TikTok chat for that reason, where like people would get banned while I was playing Valorant, and people were just like, sometimes I wouldn't ban everybody that was talking shit, because some people would talk shit and then like I would talk to them and we would go back and forth, and then like they would end up being somebody who stayed around and watched the stream and they were cool. Some people were just dickheads through and through, and we would just ban them. That's how that goes. But it's just, I feel like a happier person when there are more people, or when there are people around. It doesn't even have to be more people. It could be like 3 people in my chat and we're just hanging out talking, and then I'm playing the game and I'm just like, now I did crash out for like a week or two on Street Fighter 6, even with a couple of people in my chat, because Street Fighter 6 is just that infuriating, right? But at the same time, I still try to make it a little entertaining or whatever, and try to make some jokes about it, and I'm just like, you know what, nah, bro, I got to take a break, you know what I'm saying, or go do something else and just stream something different, right? But it's I find more often than not, I'm a happier person when I'm streaming and there are people there, you know what I'm saying? When you're streaming and there's nobody there and you have no one to talk to and you're losing in the game hard body, it's a little frustrating, because it's like you ain't got nobody to share this with. Like, so if you always got people in your chat and you got people saying, hey, you know, maybe try this move out, maybe try punishing this, you can even ask chat. Like, that's the other thing about having a chat, is like you're playing a game and you're like, damn, what this hop kick, Yoshimitsu's hop kick, what is his hop kick, what do I punish with? Is it minus 13 or is it minus 14? And then chat will go check, and then some people will say the wrong thing, but then you'll see minus 13 show up in the chat a million times, and you're like, oh, it's minus 13. Like, you don't even have to go look it up. You can literally just ask chat and they'll go find it for you. And now you've instantly gotten better on the fly, because now you know in the middle of the match, oh, the next match, oh, that was minus 13. So now I know to punish it with 13 frame Punisher, and I don't have to wait until after the match to go find this answer in the replays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit that happens when you got a chat behind you. It helps you learn faster, because there are people there to help you or whatever in the chat. People are dying to help the streamer in chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works.
We're specifically disliking it because I was competitively focused. I was only focused on the things that were the most challenging and most difficult, and the hurdles that you had to get over.
Yes.
And at that time, it was exhausting, because some of those hurdles were so insurmountable. They were so challenging to get over that you just...
Bro, I know exactly what you mean. And I do play off stream sometimes for that reason, like with Street Fighter 6 right now. Like, I haven't been playing Street Fighter 6 for the past like week, because I've been playing Tekken 8, because I had to take a break off of Street Fighter 6 so that I can get back into Tekken 8 fully, and then I'm start going back and forth a little bit, and I'll play a little bit of both when I go to Evo, or probably next week. Probably next week I'll start playing a little bit of both at the same time. But this week is going to be Tekken 8. So next week I'm probably gonna play both games, and then the week after that, same thing, all up until Wednesday when I leave for Evo, and then during the rest of the time that I'm at Evo, I'll be playing both games until I lose out of the tournament for both games. But yeah, like you just, I don't know, man. Like, people are gonna be there for it. People are there for it. Now, if it's a different story. If you feel like you need to not stream to just focus because you know you're gonna get pissed off at the things that are going on, that's fine. Do that. Just do some of the game playing off stream, and then get on stream and, you know, continue to do what you was doing. Like, you don't have to stop streaming if you really don't want to, but like, that's his choice. You know what I'm saying? It's his choice.
Just don't even see how you can get over this hill when you've reached a high level in a game. It can be very, very, very hard. So
yeah,
guess what I kind of do instead now? I allow myself to be bad, right? And I get it.
So allowing yourself to be bad is kind of a good idea. It's kind of a good idea, but you already have the success of being a streamer, so you don't have to care. Like, I want to say, like, it sounds so weird to say it, because I know that, like, this is not the case. This shouldn't be the case. But you don't have to care about this game as much, because you can play something else. You could play whatever else you want. Your stream will be there for it. You're like, if you get tired of it, you're like, whatever. You know what? I'm not even about this game. You'll go play something else. You can go on about your life succeeding in something different, right? Without having to be good at it. Like, you're good at the streaming part. Me, on the other hand, when I'm like streaming something, I'm trying to get good at something, I need to get to a certain point. It feels like I need to get to a certain point for people to even take me seriously when I'm posting videos about it or when I'm streaming about it. So in order for me to be able to talk to people about certain stuff, I have to either beat them in matches when they come to my stream and play me, or I have to be at a high enough rank that people respect enough so that my experience streaming the game is better. Because if you're a low rank streaming a game, your experience will greatly vary. Because I was I was an iron Valorant player when I first started streaming the game. And I surprisingly gained a lot of people watching my stuff that I was posting. But I also posted really interesting content on TikTok for people and like different little things for other bronze players. Because at the end of the day, there are way more bronze players and way more low ranked players than there are high ranked players. So they're probably, I can relate to this guy. He's cool. I like watching his stuff. And the highest I ever got was like silver, right? The highest I ever got in Valorant was like silver. But I would play all the time, and people would come and play all the time, and people would try to boost me, and I was like, all right, that got to stop. Because like I don't want to be boosted. I don't want people to come to my matches trying to boost me through the ranks when I don't belong there, right? I should be able to, do what I'm supposed to down here and be able to get there. But there's a bunch of nuance to that too. I'm not even gonna get into it. But yeah, like it feels like you need the validation from people in order to have the stream go smoothly when you're playing a competitive game, because people want to watch somebody who's good. They want to watch somebody who's better than them. They want to watch somebody that's on their level. They don't necessarily want to watch somebody who sucks. Some people, I will give you, some people do like to watch people who are not as good because it's interesting to watch them climb the ranks and get better at the game, to watch them progress. There are those people, right? There are those people. But it's just in my experience, just like I guess this is in his experience, it's most of the time people are looking for somebody who can teach them a little bit of something, or can play them and be as good as them and give them some match experience and maybe some visibility on stream or on their platform to show how good they are at the game, because they're like, oh, let me play you, and then other people are watching and they get to put their skill on display or get beat either way, right? They get put on the pedestal, right?
And some people will be like, how are you saying you're bad, yada yada? How can you say that because you have all this experience? Well, let me explain. I want to put myself in a situation of unknowing. I want to put myself in a moment where I'm playing a genre of a game, of a thing that I enjoy, but I want to allow myself to be bad, not to be a bad guy, but to actually not have skill.
Well, I think what you mean is you're allowing yourself to be bad, right? In a point in the game where you don't know. So like, let's say for instance, you go from you hit your ceiling, right? You hit your ceiling and you're right here, and now you're fighting people, right? You're fighting people trying to break through that ceiling, and this is where you don't know what's up here, right? Like, you don't know what's up here. You're like under here trying to break through the ceiling. So you're like, all right, well, what do I do? How do I learn? And then you finally bump this ceiling up a little bit, and you're like, okay, now I'm a little bit better. But you don't know what's up here. That's the unknowing, right? The unknowing, the not having enough skill to get here, and you're trying to get to a point where you have enough skill to break through this ceiling and then, push that ceiling up. And now what's the next thing that I don't know, right? And you have to like play a lot and get to a point, and that's where I feel like I'm in Street Fighter 6 right now, where I got to my skill ceiling, right? And I'm trying to add better and new things to my game plan, and it's killing me because I'm trying to add these things in my game plan while playing people who don't care about none of that type of stuff, and it's frustrating because the things that you expect people to do that would make a good decision one way or the other, they make the worst decision, and if you make a mistake, then their terrible decision turns into a W for them, right? Like a huge W for them and a huge L for you because you made a mistake and they didn't care about making mistakes, right? So that's like you allowing yourself to be bad is to be like, okay, well, oh, I got hit by this, all right, I didn't know that. Let me go figure out how to beat this because I'm not sure. So like, I didn't punish a lot of stuff in this match. Let me go figure out what stuff I could punish. Was there anything that I blocked that I should be punishing with a certain move, right? Like that's at the point where it's like you don't know, and you're trying to find out and learn all the things that you don't know.
Because I think the progress of acquiring skill is way more interesting than somebody only being good. I think.
Well, of course, because you're somebody that's trying to acquire that skill. If you're trying to acquire that skill, then yes, that it's going to be more interesting because you don't care about the person at this point being good. You're like, well, how did he get that good? Let me find out how he got that good. That's the more interesting thing. How did you get to this point? That's why I always would want to pick the brains of better players than myself, not just play them, but find out why did they do what they did? How come they did this thing? Was the thing that you did on purpose? Did you just gamble here? Did you just make a hard read and hope that it worked? Did you just do something random by accident? Did you do something random on purpose? Did you think this was gonna work when you did it? Like those type of questions are important because a lot of the times people will watch people's matches or they will watch people play in tournament and they will think to themselves, or the commentators will say that they did something with the explicit intention of it working, and the fact that it worked and it came out on top is like, oh, they are so ridiculously smart for doing that. And then sometimes you'll find out later, right, in maybe an interview or something where the person was like, well, oh, did you know that that this would work? And they tell you something completely different that you would never expect them to say. Like they'll say like something like, oh, I went to this match completely expecting to get ran over by that other player because I don't really have a good track record against fighting them, and I was really hoping that I could come out on top by changing up things that I did a little bit and trying to like kind of just throw him off and doing some different things, doing some certain things in certain ways. And I know that he likes to do this after this other thing, so I wanted to try to bank on that. Like it are certain things that you'll just not understand about somebody unless you really like pick their brain, or you find out that you look at the situation and you're able to ask them, why did they do this thing in that situation, and how did they come out on top in this match? What were they thinking about? What did they know about their opponent and stuff like that? I would love to be able to do like a podcast or something like that where we explicitly go over matches and talk about different matches and ask questions to learn from people who are so good at the game, and to figure out how do they input their buttons, like what do they look for, how do they execute these things so well, what are you looking for when you're the way you're able to DP these people so well when you see them jump and stuff like that. It's like what are you looking for, what are the top things on your mind when somebody is doing this? How do you play ranked differently than you play in tournament? Because I know in tournament people do things that are more predictable and more conservative in tournament than they do in a ranked match online, because they don't have to care about ranked online. They can lose as many times as they want. They can just run their gimmick over and over again until it works. In tournament, if you have a gimmick, you could run the gimmick in tournament if you want, but if the gimmick doesn't work and you don't have nothing else, you only get 2 losses in tournament if it's a double LM. So people play differently in tournament, which is why it's so hard for me to learn, because I'm trying to learn for a tournament match, but I'm playing people online and ranked, so I gotta play completely different than I would play somebody who I would normally be playing in tournament, or somebody I'm playing in an FGC, or somebody that's just better and knows exactly what to do and how to play the game properly, right? So it's just, that's the hard part, right, about learning against people in ranked versus learning against people for tournament purposes.
Watching somebody that puts themselves at a low level specifically and just jumps in and starts trying is easier to resonate with than only watching dude be god tier.
Well, of course, but that's only for people who are actually trying to get better at the game. That's only for people who are playing the game and want to know how they got to that point. They're going to watch people that they can resonate with. If the person doesn't play the game, which is probably a majority of the people that watch like streams of like tournaments and stuff like that, of big tournaments, they might not even play the game. Like some of the, I actually don't know. I'm not gonna say that because I'm not sure. But like a lot of people, I'm sure, don't play the game, still watch the tournament, or they play the game at such a low rank that they don't really care about like getting better. They're like, I'm not gonna enter tournaments, but I love watching the tournaments, right? And they play, but they kind of mash or whatever. They might be rookie, they might be bronze or whatever. They might not care about like super ranking up super fast or whatever. They might be the people that like watching the tournaments of the godlike players and looking at them and watching them in awe, right? Rather than watching somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, losing all the time, or doing things and not doing the right things. And then there are some people that do like watching that because they're like, okay, well, I'm not the only one that is struggling in this game. That is why it's so entertaining. I can tell you that firsthand. Being somebody who plays the game and I'm trying to break through, I watch my friends play, and like a lot of them are in master. They're not perfect, but they're better than I am, right? So especially when I get to watch my friends play the game and they're crashing out on the game too, I'm like, it's not just me. It's not just me. Like, right? Because most of the time I'm looking at them and I'm like, they're telling me, you know, giving me pointers of things that I should be doing better and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, sometimes they get into it and they run into these people and sometimes they're just like, bruh, what is going on here? So it depends, man. It depends.
And this is one of the main reasons why I decided that I'm going to start streaming. I made an announcement on one of my other videos that, you know, give me a couple of weeks. I'm trying to figure it out. I just want to run sets. Dirty Low's not here anymore. He got his own place about 30 minutes from here. So we can't do Bogus Journeys. Well, not yet.
We can't do. Y'all can still do it, man. Y'all can still do it. Y'all just have to. Yeah, he either has to make the trip to do it. Either have to make the trip to do it, or hop on Discord and set it up. That's all you gotta do. You can still do it.
Anyway, so I want to stream. I have never streamed. Button Check has never had a streaming channel. I don't even know what I would call it. I have a channel.
Just Button Check, bruh. Just Button Check. You don't have to name it nothing different. That's your brand. Your brand is Button Check. Just call it Button Check TV or something.
On Twitch, I think it's actually called Button Check. But either way, that's my goal. I just want to play games and I want to figure it out because, like Max is saying.
But if you do that, you got less time to do videos. But if you stream and you get enough turnout and people support you and subscribe, it'd be worth it. But I think you got the pull to be able to do it, and then you can continue to, you know, push your YouTube channel, and then maybe I don't know if you would post it on that channel or you would post it on a second channel, but like you could, as long as people subscribe to you and they give you the support, then I think that it will be worth it. Especially you're already known, right? You're already known. You'll have a bunch of people there, definitely a bunch of people there. Watching and trying to help you get better at the game and playing matches with you, and people that are better and people that are part of the FGC. You won't have to deal with the crazy ranked scrubs, the absolute ranked scrubs in Street Fighter 6 to try to learn the game, because that is a daunting task. But like you'll have the support of the community and the people that watch your channel to come to your stream and play games with you and stuff like that. I guarantee that will happen if you start streaming, but you'll just have to figure out that time for streaming and then like still putting out your videos and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you'll have it handled.
I've experienced burnout multiple times. Matter of fact, last year, remember, I was this whole thing like, I think I'm out, deuces. And you guys kept me here. You guys showed so much love. There was even people donating. Like
the thing about burnout is you'll only burn yourself out if you overdo it and you never take time for yourself. I've learned that, even though I'm not like a large streamer, I try to stay as consistent as I can. But if I feel like I need to take a break, or if I need to just chill, or if I have a plan to do something else, and I want to do something else for a few days or maybe a week or something like that, and I don't post anything, it doesn't bother me, because like it's either that or keep doing what I'm doing and burning myself out. Plus I work full time, so it's like if I'm working full time and I'm also coming home and then I don't sleep because I want to make a video, and then I still got to stream that night, so I don't get no sleep when I come in the house from work. It's like work 8 to 9 hours, come home from work, make a YouTube video, edit it a little bit, throw it up on the YouTube channel. By that time, I don't really got time to take a nap, and then like I go right into the stream, and I stream until 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, because that's what I normally do from 9 to 2 or 9 to 1 or 9 to 12, depending on whenever. I usually start at 9, or maybe 8 or 8:30, depending on, you know, what it is, what I'm doing or whatever. But usually it's like 9 o'clock to 12 or 9 o'clock to 1 or something like that, right? Then get off and then like do a little housekeeping with the stream, maybe make a highlight, maybe upload that highlight, put a thumbnail on it, or make a highlight, upload it to YouTube, and then make the thumbnail the next day or whatever. But like just whatever I gotta do to keep doing what I want to do while still having to go to work and not burning myself out completely, right? To the point where I'm just like, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, right? Because like I still want to do it, and I feel like there are enough people out there that watch my stuff that are interested in the things that I do that I can keep going. It's like everybody may not comment all the time, but I know that the numbers are saying that people are watching. So even if not everybody that subscribes to me watches every single thing that I post, there are people that are watching the things. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep posting the things, and my subscription numbers keep gonna get drip fed, and it's gonna keep going up. So I should keep doing it, because the people that hit the subscribe button are the people that are really there because they really want to see your stuff, because you don't need to subscribe to nobody to keep seeing their stuff. If you watch their videos every day, their videos will keep showing up as long as you keep clicking on them. So when the people that watch and hit subscribe, those are the real ones. Even though that the number after 1,000 doesn't really mean much, right? It's all about the videos that you put out. At least you know that there are people that support you enough to hit the button anyway, right? So that's why the button is important to most people that say, you know, hit subscribe. And then after a certain point, once you start getting a lot of subscribers, the subscriber number does matter, because like the subscriber number being high shows that you have some type of clout or pull or whatever. When people are looking for channels or looking for videos, when they search a video, they might watch the person's video just because they have more subscribers, right? Even if the person's thumbnail looks cool and their title is catchy, if they see that they have like, they're looking for an answer to something, they want to see, oh, whose video should I watch? They might pick the person's video who has like, you know, 10,000 subscribers over the person that has 600 subscribers, you know, because like they're probably going to have a more comprehensive video than somebody who has 600 subscribers, right? That's usually I think that's usually the mindset, right? Because like that's how I work. I'm not going to hold it, like that's how I work. And so like that's how I treat YouTube, like how if I was all the viewers, right? If I was all the viewers, that's how I kind of operate.
No, we need you. And I was like, holy shit. You have a tendency like doing this so much repetitively that it becomes just like 0 and 1s and black and white, and it's just
and then you feel like you have to do it, and you feel like
it's just
you also feel like you're letting people down, especially when you post every single day. You feel like you're letting people down if you stop posting and you don't post nothing, and you're consistently doing it, and you got a lot of subscribers, and your videos are constantly hitting because people are waiting, because you're the FGC news guy. It's like if you don't put the FGC news out and you miss 2-3 days, it's like, dude, where's Nesto, man? Where's the FGC news? And he did this through people not liking him, because I used to not like watching his stuff because he was overly hype, and trying to do the whole like YouTube thing, like where it's like, oh hey God, blah blah. Like he still has the energy, but it's not as crazy as it used to be in the past, where he felt not genuine. But now, as somebody who covers stuff, he feels like way more genuine and way more comfortable with like the stuff that he's talking about and the way that he's doing things. And I like watching his stuff a lot more now. Like, so when I see his video and I see his title and I'm like, oh, that's something in his title that I'm interested in. Let's see what he's talking about today. Then I'll watch his videos. Like I can watch his whole video and not click off of it, or just search for the thing that I was looking for, because I know that it's going to have a bunch of stuff in there that I'm probably going to be interested in. So I watch the whole thing, because I don't keep up with all the FGC news. But he's the if I see him on my feed and he got something that's juicy, then I click on it and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing that he continued to push through, you know, all the negative, because I know there's probably a lot of people that were saying negative things in the past, but like keep going through all of it, and then like you got to a place where it was you were really comfortable, you know. This video turned into an hour-long thing,
and
but
you have a
I don't
tendency
care.
to forget
I had a lot
why
of stuff
you're
to say.
blessed and why you're doing it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? If you get stuck in that fucking rut, anything after a certain amount of time will just be a job and considered work if you have the wrong attitude.
True.
You know? And that's definitely where I was allowing myself to go mentally and physically last year. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
And don't get me wrong, dude. And I've ultimately realized this too. You can go to any fighting game channel. You can go watch Justin Wong be literal god tier at anything, like 100 different games, and it's just like, how is this guy so good at this? You can go watch any other fighting game that exists right now in the space and watch somebody be god tier. That type of stuff did not necessarily exist pre-pandemic, and that's where I realized that keeping up with that is going to be impossible. Like, that's legit going to be absolutely impossible.
But see, that's well, yeah, it's impossible because you're not ever going to be as good as them unless you drop everything you're doing and you only play that game, and you still won't be as good as them because you don't have the experience, all the back experience that they have from how they came up and all the knowledge and experience. You can probably get close because you know them personally, so you can have them train you. You could talk to them and have them train you and really like get down in the nitty gritty and get good, right? But you probably still won't be as good as him or Justin Wong or some of these other people. But that's the thing, is that these you don't have to be so good. It's like you don't have to be bad either. But some people are there for the player. Like some people like the player. Like they like watching the player, not just be godlike, but they like watching the player because they're interesting, and he's one of them. Like if you're not a god tier player and they're watching you play the game, they're watching you because they like watching you play the game. Like they don't want to watch anybody play the game. They want to watch you play the game, right? Like, and if you find them very interesting, right? If you find them very interesting, you'll stay and watch them. But like, say for instance, if you were your skill level or my skill level and I wasn't interesting, nobody would watch me. I mean, granted, nobody watches me, but but the people that do come to watch me, they stay and they repeatedly come back over and over again. It's just that I don't have any visibility for people to find me, so it's hard. Like I don't post, you know, fighting game stuff I don't really post a lot of fighting game stuff on my YouTube channel that much because I'd have to post my whole VOD. But in streaming wise, if I was able to get people to my stream to watch me play the game, people find me interesting. Like when I play the game and I'm streaming on TikTok, people come and watch my streams and stay for hours. No matter how good or bad I'm doing, people stay for hours, bro. Like I'll stop my stream and look at the data to show it shows your top viewers or whatever and how long they stayed to watch. People be there for like 2-3 hours the whole stream, and I'm like, I've never seen this person's name before, but they stayed here for the whole stream. Like, really? Like, thanks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels good.
But for me, I found enjoyment going back and discovering stuff. So that is people
the fun part.
Fighting games fun. So that was 2017.
Discovering stuff is the fun part.
September to October of 2017. So it's been a long time. Funny enough, I'm going on vacation again, and we fixed MVCI. So time is a flat circle, is all I'm telling you. Got another Marvel Infinite update that we made ourselves. I can't get away from it, man. It's gonna follow me wherever I go. All I gotta say is that I really appreciate everybody being here. I really appreciate the fact that so many people have been tuning in for as long as they have. And I have no intentions of stopping. I'm leaving for a bit, but I want to come back reinvigorated, because every single time I leave for like 5 to 6 days, or at least like 5-ish days.
It's not even that long.
3 days in, and I will realize like how insanely lucky I am. Like how I can't even imagine that I've been given this opportunity to do this and to share this with people than anybody actually gives a shit to watch. So
That
happens
is a
after 3
crazy
days.
feeling. I've
legit
had
miss
it a
the
little bit.
office, and
I've
other
had that
days I'm
feeling
like,
a
oh,
tiny
I gotta
bit.
go back
And
up
even
in here
now, when
man. I
the
know it
couple of
looks
people that
amazing,
come to
it
watch
does.
my streams
But
and stuff like that,
you spend
still
so much
feels
time
the
in
same.
here, it's like, oof, man.
But when you have somebody, when you have a platform of his size, bro, I could imagine, because then at that point you can leave for a few days, a week, 2 weeks, come back, and everybody is right back, and they come back in full force because it's like, oh, Max is back. Oh, Max is back. I gotta watch his stream, right? Like when you have that big of an audience, when you leave as a small creator, somebody else is just gonna fill your spot. Nobody at this point, nobody can fill Max's spot. Nobody can fill his spot because he's him. Like he's him. Like just like any of these other creators, right? Corey Kenshin, right? All these big creators. No one can fill the spot. Like you can go watch somebody else, but if Corey Kenshin drops a video tomorrow, they on it. People are on it. People are going to be making videos about it. Yo, he's back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it works. I mean, I don't think he's gone right now, but that's how it works. Like when you get past a certain point, you're too big to fail. Max could stop streaming. Max could stop streaming for a year. Right? He could stop streaming for a year and then just go live and just sit there like this. And then just watch his chat fill up. Max, you're back. Oh my God, where have you been? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what would happen. You would never find him leave for any amount of time and then come back and then only have 10 viewers. That would just never happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would just never happen.
Come back and I get legit homesick and stuff like that. So I'm going to give myself a healthy 10 days. It's the first time I've done that since Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out. And I quite literally remember it because I was
and it's like
on
a real
vacation
factual vacation.
in the middle of nowhere.
But when you go on a vacation from something that you love, it's like you get to take a break, chill, and then go back to the thing that you love. With work, it's like I don't hate my job, but I don't love it either. Like I don't hate my job. I think my job's pretty cool. I think I'm pretty lucky to have the job that I have. It's not even nothing crazy. But like the people that I work with are chill. My boss is very chill. And the opportunity to work there is great because like a lot of people work in places that they completely hate and they just can't, like I just like the job that I have, the job that I have, even though I still would love to be able to full-time do YouTube and stream. I'm lucky to have the job I have right now to be able to do what I do.
And I got a message that they patched Infinite and they patched Web Ball Reality Stone. They patched that for Spider-Man, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Why did they patch that?
And I wanted to make a video about it on vacation, but I didn't.
Why did they stop it right there?
Why did they patch that? After 7 years, you nerfed Spider-Man? That's crazy. That seems like they were it seems like they were like, I'm so tired of getting hit by this, we're gonna go patch the game tomorrow. It's like, but why? It's been 7 years. Like, I don't care, I'm tired of getting hit by it. Like, I'm gonna patch the game. But yeah, if you like the video, please like it. I'm not gonna continue because I can continue talking, but if you like the video, please like it, and please do subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. And thanks if you watched this long. I didn't necessarily mean for this to be an hour, but I had a lot of good things to say, I think. So appreciate you watching. And I will be streaming tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Maybe Tuesday, Thursday. I'm just throwing that out there, maybe, but I usually don't stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays to avoid the burnout. But I usually will post something on or do something that has to do with my channel on Tuesday and Thursday. I just do nothing. But yeah, appreciate it. Thanks. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.